Congo's eastern capital of Goma, a strategic city at the heart of a mineral-rich region, was plunged into chaos this week after a rebel group claimed control of the city on Monday.
3 South African soldiers were killed and at least 14 others were injured during fighting in Eastern Democratic Republic of Congo on Thursday, the South African National Defence Union confirmed in a statement on Saturday.
Tick in the death toll from the South African National Defence Force, 4 more soldiers killed in ongoing conflict there between members of the UN peacekeeping mission, the SADC mission, as well as M23 rebels. This is over and above, of course, the 9 that were reported at the weekend, which I suppose, if my maths is anything to go by, 13 people, I beg your pardon, have now died.
Welcome to this enlightened discussion where we take an in-depth look at a pivotal moment in regional security which has happened over the course of last week. The previous slide and news clips has shown that the city of Goma in the Eastern Democratic Republic of Congo has fallen into the hands of M23 rebels. After intense fighting, both the United Nations, the Southern African Development Community Forces, and the Congolese army have retreated, leaving the city to the rebels. The South African National Defence Force, or SANDF, was the last major stronghold in this area. Tragically, 13 brave SANDF soldiers lost their lives in the defense of Goma. I ask you to join me in a moment of silence for these gallant fighters who paid the ultimate sacrifice. With the SANDF raising the white flag, a new chapter begins. This fall needs not just reflection but investigation. We will now switch over to investigate a number of comments and discussions over the matter, starting with vocal EFF fighter-in-chief Julius Malema.
Cyril Ramaphosa wants to kill our children in DRC. Those rebels, DRC, they are well equipped. Who goes to a base of an army if you know that thing is an army and is powerful? There's no army. So they are sent there to be killed because they are not properly trained. They must come back home, and we must stop with any military deployment until we are fit and proper. Just take a walk and look at a South African soldier walking. You see a demoralized man who's carrying a rifle, and you see that rifle is heavy on him. He's not even fit to carry that rifle.
It would have been worse because there's no necessary equipment in our base. They are just called soldiers for the sake of being called soldiers, but there's no capacity at all. And what helps us is that all those who are around us are weak and no one can match us, but it doesn't make us any better. We have no army in South Africa.
Why we're there, well, the motivation from the president's side is we need a stable Southern Africa. We are supporting SADC, but even the SADC countries with most interest in the conflict, Angola and Zambia, has not joined. They do not have troops there. It's only us.
From the comments by experts, we observe one overriding issue that all is not well with the SANDF. Malema and other experts unequivocally condemns the deployment of the army. The bloodbath the army has suffered is a testament to this. Let's watch closely the following footage of the SANDF members in DRC. From these sources, several reasons emerge for SANDF's retreat. There's talk of logistical failures, inadequate preparation for the M23's capabilities, and perhaps a misjudgment of the strategic importance of Goma. The implications are profound. For the DRC, this means a weakened front against the rebels, potentially emboldening further advances. For South Africa, this incident could question its military prowess and its role in regional peacekeeping. This leads us to ask, is SADC regional defense in safe hands? Recent trends on X show a mix of concern and calls for reform. Many are questioning the effectiveness of SADC's military interventions, pointing out that despite summits and resolutions, the situation in Eastern DRC continues to deteriorate. However, amidst this somber news, there's room for optimism. The resilience of the people of Goma, the international support for peace, and the potential for regional cooperation offer hope. The fight for peace and stability must continue with renewed vigor and perhaps a new strategy. Let's once again honor the memory of those SANDF members who fell in the line of duty. Let this be a moment for all of us to reflect on the cost of conflict and the value of peace. Thank you for watching, and may we all strive for a peaceful resolution in Eastern DRC.